What up? What up? What up? Good afternoon. How was your day? Good afternoon. I'm currently stuck in traffic. I just put a poll down there. I love the pop in and already got a like. That's always nice. Good afternoon. It is the afternoon drive. Just got off work. How was your day? Take part in the poll if you're here to stay for a little bit. Join the conversation. One vote. Let's see. Universal. I'm a fan of both, so I have to say Disney's probably my favorite, but I'm a fan of both. I'm not opposed to Universal in any way, shape, or form. But I'd like to know a reason as to why you think Universal is maybe the better park. Yeah, now we're talking. So we have, I'm assuming two, yeah, three votes total, two for Universal, one for Disney. If you're a fan of Universal over Disney, I want to know why. Look, I'm a fan of both. Disney is my preferred park because they do a better story. I think Universal is the better thrill park overall. They have better roller coasters, but it's kind of hard to top Guardians in Disney. But overall, Universal has the thrill rides that most people seek as they get older. Just Disney tells the better story, in my opinion. So let me know as to why you think Universal is the better park. How do I close the? It's not what I want to do. How do I get rid of the poll so I can actually see people's comments? There. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I have no idea now. Well, this is annoying. How do I hide it? I don't want to end it. Thank you for this subscription. I don't know how to get rid of the poll so I can actually see the. Do I hit add? No, I don't want to start another tool. I don't know. That's annoying. Hold on, guys. Sorry for the delay. What up, Blood Fart Gang? What the hell? I don't know how to make the poll go away so I can actually see what you guys are chatting. That's annoying. There should be an easier way to hide the poll. Oh, you just click on it. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I think Universal is better because it has less wait times and rides that are thrilling. I don't know if and when you've been because Disney and Universal both have peak seasons. So maybe you just attended a time in Universal that it was not a peak season for the parks. because I've been to both, and I can tell you, I've been to both during peak season and off season, and they're roughly similar with how many people are attending them. And you have to think, Universal, as of now, only has 2 parks. So maybe you just got lucky on a day that during the week or something like that, or it was just not a peak season, so you got lucky and didn't have to stand in as many lines. If you're new here, I am a Disney content creator from home. I live in Louisiana, and my goal is to help basically dive into the business sides of Disney, and just other fun facts as well. But how can you apply what they do to your life, because they've been around for 100 years? And also, if you're new here, please take part in the poll, because I want to know what your favorite park is. And whatever you choose, let me know as to why. Not that I want to debate anybody by any way, shape, or form, but I get interested because I think they both do things phenomenally well. And it's by a lot of parks, so you can get there faster. I'm assuming when you mean parks, it's near other parks. Like, they are closer to SeaWorld, yes. They're a little bit closer to Legoland, yes. So I guess if you're going and hopping to multiple parks, yeah, absolutely. Disney is on the opposite side of Orlando compared to Universal. It is about I think like a 20-ish minute drive with no traffic. We got 12 votes. Let's go. Disney has now taken over, and there's an other in there. I'm assuming the other is maybe SeaWorld, maybe Busch Gardens, maybe a Six Flags or Hershey Park, something like that along those lines. That's the only thing about putting other. I should have. And Disney does have some good rides. Disney does have some good rides. I think Disney's mastery in storytelling is what puts them over the top. And also, Disney is a cohesive park, meaning that their parks stay true to what they are, whereas Universal, as of right now, is just a bunch of mishmash. So I think that's what Disney does better. They tell a better story where they truly immerse the audience. Other is rising. I'm assuming that people like Busch Gardens, people like Six Flags, or maybe like Hershey Park. There's a few others, but those are kind of like the big names as to why. Also, if you're new here and you're staying around, you like what I'm doing so far, please drop a like on here. It helps me out a lot. If you are subscribing, once you leave, go watch something else. I post a long form video every Wednesday, shorts pretty much daily. I try to go live as much as I can now, since that's a new feature. Good afternoon, name. I'm glad you're back. I think Busch Gardens is better to do with Iron Gwazi and do Boney's Fishing Coming. Phoenix Rising. We're up to 17 votes. That's awesome. Yeah, Disney is definitely kind of well in the lead right now in the poll, which I think Disney, of course, is in a hot seat right now with Epic Universe coming around. Expansion's not really being announced, except Bob Iger has announced Disneyland is now getting Pandora. We're not sure when that's going to happen. I imagine it's going to take somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 3 years to get that expansion put into place, depending on how big it is. I'm assuming that's also going to be in Disney California Adventure, I would assume. But I'm also hoping that the Pandora expansion that's coming to Disneyland will be something new and not a carbon copy of what's currently in Animal Kingdom in Florida. I am super pumped for Epic Universe as well. I think that is going to be Universal's big chance to help not really upstage Disney, but get to the level of storytelling and immersion that Disney does, that Universal does not. Like, you got to think, when you're in Universal, besides Harry Potter Land, because that is the newest thing in Universal, and they tell that story very, very well. Everywhere else, you basically have hard stops, meaning that like as you enter a new park, those parks are kind of just mashed together, or a different land. Sorry, where it's like if you're in take Disneyland, where you have a bunch of different ideas living cohesively, they tell a story by merging different lands together by also hiding the land that you're in. So there isn't like things out of place. Disney learned from their mistake at Disneyland, and Disney World has definitely upstaged most other parks. They have hard stops. The story just kind of ends, and you enter into something else. So I think this is Universal's big chance to get on the level of storytelling. But I'm still concerned because the ideas are going to be so different from one another on how the cohesiveness of the park. I get it; they're all going to be traveling into different worlds and stuff like that through tubes. But I'm still concerned on Universal's capabilities of storytelling to completely immerse somebody into the new world that they're building. But I definitely think they have a huge chance to do so. Huge chance. Yeah, Disney is still in the lead. The way it's growing up, still hovering around that 50 to 60 percentile. I love SeaWorld. I think SeaWorld's fantastic. They have some great rides. I want to go back to SeaWorld. I haven't been in a couple of years because they have that new surfing roller coaster that you kind of stand up instead of sitting down. And that thing looks sick. Like, that thing genuinely looks like a lot of fun. If you're new here, please subscribe. Go ahead and like this feed if you're still on here. It helps me out a whole bunch to get me pushed to more people, to really get them interacting with Disney content. Already did. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bulldog Man 352. I like this live feature. I thought it was going to be really bad at first. I tested it out when it first came out a couple weeks ago, and like just no one knew about it. It really wasn't that well done, I felt like. But over the last like 4 days since I've started doing them again, it's definitely gotten better. I still wish they did kind of like what TikTok did or does, where it's like when somebody joins the feed, they show up like in the corner. That's okay. At least when you guys are here commenting, I like to talk a lot, but I really like to be engaged with the audience that are here. So I love when you guys comment. I love when you guys ask me questions, because it makes me feel like I'm having a conversation with you instead of talking at you. How was your day, guys, though? I have 3 of you on right now, so how was your day? I like the ride to Atlantis. You like the ride to Atlantis. I'm trying to think about what that was. I know Poseidon's Fury and Universal. That was is no longer there, but that was a walkthrough. 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That hasn't been in Disney in a long time. Oh wait, are you talking about in SeaWorld? I don't know why I can't think of this right now. What ride is that? I'm trying to remember what ride that is. I cannot recall what ride that actually is. My favorite park is Dollywood. Nope, I do not. I've actually been there when I was in the band. In junior high, I actually played there, so I know it very well. And I think Dollywood's a great park. I haven't been in a long time, but Dollywood is and it's a solid park. It's a very good family-oriented park that I think most people. I think nowadays it's growing with all the controversy at all the other theme parks, and people are trying to get away from like the rising prices between Disney and Universal. That they're making their way and branching into maybe closer things to their homes where they're not spending as much money. Go every spring and fall, so you go twice a year. That's awesome. Hi there, TTTV High Voltage 1010. Yeah, that name. Hi there. Um, yeah, I think Dollywood's great. They have a great water park as well. Um, it's just been a while since I've been there. I like all of Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg in general is super nice. The weather's typically good, maybe except in the winter with like Christmas and stuff like that. But I want to go because they have that Christmas town in Gatlinburg or near Gatlinburg in the mountains. I have no idea what that is. Have you been on the Ferry 325? Don't know what that is. But I want to go to the Christmas. It's like Christmas all year round up in Gatlinburg. Yeah, it's so pretty. And they have some like you can rent those cabins out in the mountains and everything like that. That I would love to do one day. My wife and I always plan to go to Gatlinburg, but then we're like, oh, we can always just throw like an extra $500 and just go to go to Disney World. We have literally planned so many trips to go to Gatlinburg, and then we end up just going to Disney World. It's in Carowinds. Oh, Fury. I thought it was Furry. I was like, I don't know what the Furry is. Fury 325. I have not. That's hilarious. Oh, that's cool. Does he rent it out, or is it just like his house or something like that? Have you been on? Have you been in Infinite Falls? I have not. My ultimate goal, though, with theme parks, guys, is I want to go to all of the Disney parks and resorts around the world. That is a huge thing on my bucket list to do one day, and you get like special pins and stuff like that once you've done it. Would love to do it. That's hilarious. Hi, the Duck Fam. We're at 31 votes, guys. That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely think the live feature has gotten a lot better because 32 votes. I've never had that many votes on a poll before, ever. Doing fantastic on the way home. Had a decent day at work, nothing crazy. How was your day? Where are you driving? I'm heading home. I just got off work. I live about 40 minutes away from my work. How long have I been riding roller coasters? As long as I can remember. I've been to Disney, I want to say close to 15 times, somewhere in that neighborhood, north of 12. And then, I mean, I grew up in fairs and stuff like that, so I've always been on roller coasters. I've never really been afraid of them. We used to have down here in Louisiana, we used to have a Six Flags before Katrina, and it flooded, unfortunately, so that has never reopened, which I wish it would. Hi, Casey. I would love for Six Flags down here to reopen. And then we have like a Blue Bayou down here, which is like a small water park. And they have like maybe 3 or 4 roller coasters. But I've been on roller coasters for as long as I can remember. I've always been a big fan of them. I'd like to go out to Hershey Park one day. One of the big YouTubers that I follow that's kind of like an idol of mine, he's a Disney content creator. He's actually from Pennsylvania, and he goes out to Hershey Park a lot. He lives in Florida now, but he goes out to Hershey Park a couple times a year, and I would love to go there. Six Flags is definitely fun. I've been to the Six Flags in San Antonio, the Six Flags in Louisiana when we had it, and I think maybe when I was younger in Georgia. And then the one in San Antonio, right down the street, not too far from it, they have the world's biggest water park in Schlitterbahn, which is a mouthful, but been there. That place is awesome. They have a water park ran completely off of river water, which is crazy. What's going on, Link? Yeah, so I've been a big fan of theme parks for a very, very long time. My content is geared toward Disney, of course, like that's what it's geared to, but that does not mean I stray away from anything else. I just know a lot, and I've just realistically why I'm so attached to Disney. It's more or less for Walt Disney himself. It was one man who had a dream to build a park that was clean and safe for his family, and then it ended up being 100-year-old company, which is crazy. This feels not safe. Trust me, I'm completely hands-free. My hands are on the steering wheel. I'm looking ahead most of the time. It's just like if I was on a call with somebody else. So I make sure that I'm not looking down at this the entire time. Just glance at it every once in a while. Or if like I was messing with the radio. But thank you for thinking of me. We're at 40 votes on the poll. That's crazy. It's the most by far I've ever had. Okay, you're good. Yeah, I'm in no way, shape, or form holding my phone or like texting and driving or anything like that. I do my best to keep my phone out of my hands when I'm driving. This way, it's just like I'm on like a call with somebody. 41 total votes. And Disney is in a huge lead now. I don't think any of the other ones would be. What's going on, Jordan? Thanks for joining. If anyone is new here, please subscribe to the channel. I'm a Disney content creator from Louisiana. So I do everything from home. I like doing lives a lot because I actually get to communicate with people. Other than feel like, hey, look, I'm just talking at a camera the entire time. Having the chance to actually communicate with my fan base, or at least the people that follow me, I don't know if they're fans or what now, or I don't even know what to call them, honestly. I don't know what to call the people that follow me. Just people. Yeah, I like it. I like talking to you guys. I also like knowing what you guys want to see from me because I want to do things that are interesting for you guys to actually watch and make sure that my content's appealing. So if you are new and you have subscribed, please go watch one of my videos. I'm very new at this. I've only been doing it for 2 months, which I think I'm doing decently well for a new creator. But let me know, what can I do better on my videos? What can maybe you're interested in? What have I done good? What can I improve upon? Like, leave comments. Be as helpful as you can. It really helps me out because I want to make sure that I'm doing things that are worthwhile for you guys. New sub. Well, thank you so much, Blank Space. I appreciate you so much. And now we're up to 3 likes. We're up to 43 votes. That is sick. But yeah, I really do like this feature. Do you like Star Wars? I 100% love Star Wars. I am a huge fan and advocate for it. I grew up on Star Wars. So what's crazy, kind of what got me into Disney. So before I even got into Disney, I was a huge Star Wars fan. I actually wanted to get in film and producing, directing for movies. And my idol, long time, is George Lucas. By far, I love the Indiana Jones universe. I love the Star Wars universe. He's phenomenal. A master of his trade far before his time. Honestly, like, Star Wars set the standard for so many things. And that's where kind of like the tie-in to Disney came about. Like, of course, I grew up on Disney movies, but like realistically getting into that when Disney had the merger with Star Wars, and they've always been connected. So it's like, it's always been interesting to me. But then I quickly got into Walt Disney. Yeah, George Lucas is the GOAT. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it's okay. Like, I think the Star Wars universe has its great things for its now, and then its not so great things. Like Mandalorian, fantastic. Mandalorian is absolutely insane. I love the Obi-Wan show, great. I think realistically, where Star Wars is just like thriving is on the small screen. Like all the TV shows are mostly fantastic. The movies, could be better. That's where I would say it's like the newer movies, especially like with Rey. Like I don't know, not that I didn't like the movies, like they were good. I don't think they're Star Wars canon in my opinion. I think they could have went somewhere. I don't like what they did to Luke. Ultimately, I hate what they did to Luke. That character, I don't know. I think they could have went a different route with that character, in my opinion. I don't know. Or if like they actually got to that point where the character was just so defeated, even though he's always been the face of hope. I don't. They could have done something different instead of just kind of glazing over that issue. I don't know. Definitely could have done something different. What about you? How do you feel about the newer Star Wars? Top 3 Star Wars shows. Mandalorian is by far the best one. I would then have to go Obi-Wan. And then it's hard. I really like the Book of Boba Fett. I guess that would have to be my 3, even though there's others, but I think that would probably be my 3rd. Ahsoka's good, though. Jeez, Ahsoka might have to take my 3rd spot. Book of Boba Fett would probably be 4th. I actually haven't had the chance to watch Bad Batch yet, so I can't really rate that one anywhere. But then you have like, you can also go back to like the Clone Wars. Clone Wars was the OG. I felt that Andor was so slow. I really couldn't get into Andor that big. Like that I don't know. Not saying that it was bad. It was a good story. It's just, in my opinion, like it's just so slow. You really don't like Obi-Wan? Like Obi-Wan doesn't fit up there in the top 3? I thought that was a phenomenal show. Obi-Wan was crazy good. Especially Hayden Christensen coming back, and you get to see Darth Vader in like full form and power. I'm assuming you like the writing of Andor. I agree. Now, not saying that you're wrong there. I still think it was a phenomenal TV show, but it could have made a movie. But also, I don't think if you make a movie, you don't get, I don't think you get as much story. That's all right. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it as always. I'll be back on at some point. Hi, Avery. You've been here before. I recognize that. We're at 50 votes. And Disney is in a strong lead. Avery, we are doing favorite parks. If you did vote, please tell me what did you vote and give me a good reason. Not to debate you on whether you're right or wrong. I'm just curious as to what you like. That's all. Probably have about another 3 to 5 minutes left on here before I get home, guys. Universal. Not putting down on Universal. I think Universal and Disney do things great in their own sense. I think Universal is a fantastic thrill park because they have great rides, and I think Disney overall is the better cohesive storyteller. Can I say ooh ooh? What's up? That's hilarious. Hey, I said it. But yeah, I think Universal has its great things. You've always wanted to go to Disney or to Universal? I'm assuming Disney because you said Universal as your vote. No, I'm not gonna say that. That's hilarious, though. Yeah, Disney's fantastic. They tell an amazing story, and like what's really cool is Disney has so much to do outside of just rides, like the shows, the entertainment, the interactive environments that you can do. It's crazy the amount of things that Disney can do. Disney also has the second largest zoo in the U.S. It is the most visited zoo in the U.S., and that is inside of Disney's Animal Kingdom. And then they also have the second largest aquarium in the U.S. It's also the sixth largest in the entire world, and that is inside of the seas with Nemo and Friend. Sorry, I was just playing around. I don't know what you're saying sorry for. Adriana, I didn't see that you said anything to be sorry about. Maybe the wrong page? I don't know. Yeah, so it's crazy. There's so many things that Disney does out just rides that people just don't realize. And outside of movies. Like Disney is involved in so many things. They're involved in sports, in news, like you gotta think they own the entirety of ABC. They own ESPN. It's crazy. They also own Hollywood Records, which is a music label that's huge out in California. Of course, they own Star Wars, they own Marvel. Like those are the things that people know. Crazy, absolutely insane though. But look, guys, I am wrapping up. I'm about to be home. I appreciate you guys so much. If you're new, of course, please go subscribe. I'm a Disney content creator at home here in Louisiana. But I'm gonna cut it out just like normal. For now, guys, go out, be you, be great. I'll catch you in the next one.